everyone, I'm Lauren, and for my micro teaching lesson I was assigned the DRTA. This is a reading strategy composed of 3 parts. The first part is the direct part, the second part is the actual reading, and the third part is thinking. DRTA activity. DRTA. So for the direct part of this strategy is when the teachers direct students to make predictions. So you can have students make predictions on, for example, a chapter book. You're going to have them make predictions on things that are coming up next in content textbooks. So you could ask them, based on headings or based on the title of chapters, what do you think is going to happen, or what do you think this part will be about? This is activating students' prior knowledge, and you're building upon the prior knowledge. For the reading part of the DRTA, this is when the students are actually reading, and you can have them do something as simple as take notes while they're reading. This is when you want to incorporate vocabulary into their reading, have them looking for the vocabulary words, and this is, like I said, as simply as taking notes. So then the third part of the DRTA is the thinking part, and this is when you want the students to reflect on their predictions that they made in the beginning of the lesson. So for this part, you'll have them do some sort of activity to tie in their predictions. This is making the students think about if they were correct, if they were incorrect, modifying them in any way, stuff like that. So DRTAs are used in the full classroom setting, and that is how I wrote my lesson. I based it on a regular education teacher teaching a whole class. They can also be part of a small group, so you can have a small group teacher teach a lesson based on the DRTA strategy, and you can also have it be incorporated individually. So you can have the DRTA strategy be used for a tutor. You can also have it be used on a student who isn't really grasping an idea of an entire lesson or an entire unit, and you can go to that one part that they aren't really understanding, and you can do a DRTA with them, making predictions and honing on vocabulary, things like that. For my lesson that you're about to see, I did a KWL chart, which is a before reading strategy and an after reading strategy, and then I also did, for another after reading strategy, I did illustration. So you'll see that I will break my hypothetical students into groups and do it that way. And for the during reading strategy, I have my students actually just doing notes, and I have them looking for the vocabulary words in the section of the content textbook that I'm using. There are lots of other strategies to use for the DRTA, but I just did a select few of them. So if you have any questions about the DRTA, what it is, what different strategies can be used while using this strategy or this topic, please let me know in the forum post, and I hope you enjoy my lesson.
Good morning, boys and girls. Based on this guy that I brought to class today and the whiteboard, what do you think we're going to be learning about today? Jules?
Plants.
Very good answer. What do you know about plants already? Great, boys and girls. Who would like to raise their hand and tell me what they really, really want to know about plants? Jules?
Where do you
Great, boys and girls. This looks amazing. Now, at this time, I would like you to take out your science textbooks and your science journals and turn to page 44. Just by looking at the title and the pictures, I would like you to make one prediction to write in your journal that you think this page is going to be about. While you're doing that, I'm going to write 4 vocabulary words on the board. Great. So now that you're done with your predictions, I would like you to copy down these 4 vocabulary words, root, root hair, stem, and photosynthesis, into your journals. Now, for the special education students, depending on their disability, I would give them a card that has the vocabulary words on it already, and before they opened their textbook, I would have sticky notes within their book that had their book organized based on different units and different chapters, and different page numbers even, so that they don't have to forget
what page number I said, they can just use the sticky notes.
Okay. Now, boys and girls, please read these 2 pages. And while you're reading, I would like you to write down the definitions of these 4 words, as well as any new information you will come across on plants. You may begin. Great. It looks like everyone has completed their notes on the page that they just read. So now I would like to fill in some new things that we just learned from this page. Who could raise their hand and tell me something that they just learned from reading this? Jules.
They come from seeds, plants.
Great, boys and girls. This is a great start to our list of things we learned about plants. So, now, our next thing to do is we are going to split up into groups. At this time, I will split the class into groups, and we will draw pictures of what they learned from the reading. Now, after they've done that, we would share with the class what they drew, why they drew it, what they were thinking about when they drew it, and we will display them with our KWL chart that will be on a piece of paper or a poster board rather than a whiteboard. And that way we can continue adding to our things that we've learned as we go through the unit of the plant kingdom. Yes, I hope you enjoyed my lesson, and if you have any comments, questions, please ask me them on the forum and answer the questions that I will